Get your $5 a day from the Film Club.
Yeah! Woo!
Woo! Hi, I'm Kate from Film Club.
Hi, I'm Tatiana.
And we're at the Mayfair Hotel all this week to meet the movie moguls and superstars from the BFI London Film Festival.
In today's Film Club Live, miracles can happen, even in table football. There's a Christmas truce in the trenches of World War I, and trainee monks go football crazy in India. All that's still to come, but to kick off, here's Tanvi.
Hi, I'm Tanvi and I'm playing my first ever game of foosball. Goal! Have you ever wondered what would have happened if these little fellas came to life? Well, I'm about to meet a director who's done just that. Juan Jose Campanella's new movie Foosball 3D has been a huge hit in Argentina. This week it's screening at the London Film Festival, so let's find out how he brought his little characters to life.
He's now an international football star. Well, you've seen quite a lot actually, but you don't know how it ends. I know we don't want to show you how it ends.
Why did you choose foosball as your subject?
Well, it started with a short story written by an Argentine writer in which a football player kept talking about his skills, and little by little you realize that he wasn't a real football player but a foosball player. And we decided that it was a fresh take on the old trick of the toys coming alive, which started with Pinocchio and some Andersen stories. So anyway, I always wanted to make an animated movie, and I thought that this was a great idea because it could also talk about passion in a way that only football can, and I wanted to do that.
Se dice pasión!
Which do you like best, football or foosball?
I can play foosball better than I can play football, you know, but I like watching football better than I like watching foosball. So depending on whether I'm playing or watching.
Is the story special to you?
It is very special because it allows me to talk about things that I talked in my other movies, like what price is worth paying for winning, things of reinventing yourself, or when do you consider yourself that you're defeated or not, the importance of starting over, of not losing strength to start over.
Who is your footballing hero?
Maradona. As football player. As a football player, he is my hero.
Were any of the hairstyles based on real footballers?
Oh yes, the hairstyles. Oh yes. The hairstyles were based on real football players. But you know what? Every generation has their own examples. Like the guy with the blonde curly hair, to me was based on Tarantini, which was a player in the Argentine's home team in the 1978 World Cup.
Amadeo! Ta-da!
What has it been like working with Rupert Grint's Amadeo?
He did an incredible job. He really loved the project and gave it some inflections and some tenderness that I really think it was even an improvement in many times on the original. So I think that he was terrific. It was really nice to work with him.
Will girls like this movie?
Very much so, because that's a very good question, and thank you for asking it. You know, this is not a movie about soccer. This is a movie where soccer is a frame. This is a movie about soccer as much as Casablanca is about war. You know, it takes place during it, that's a frame, but it's not about that. It's a love story ultimately, and it's a story about friendship and girls and women are very, very much into it. Very much so, to our great surprise. So don't think that it's a movie about soccer.
Why did you want to create an animated film so much?
Well, I always loved animation. It was from ever. You know, some of my best directors are from animation. Even like Chuck Jones, who directed Bugs Bunny cartoons, and Tex Avery, who was even before Bugs Bunny. And I used many of their techniques in my live action films. And I always wanted to do animation, but while animation was hand-drawn and in 2D, let's say, it was completely out of my realm, and I didn't know what to do with it. But when in the mid-90s it entered into the computer world that's surrounding us here, then it entered into my world, and I started investigating to see how it was done and all that, and finally in the mid-2000s I was able to start working on Foosball.
Was directing animation harder than you expected?
Much harder. Much, much, much harder. You go at it completely backwards. You start with the editing. You have to design all your film before you shoot anything. There's very little room for improvisation. Here is 50 people who make one character. You know, one makes the voices, but 49 others make the movement and the faces and the gestures. So you have to coordinate 50 people to make one character, and it's much, much harder. Well, a live action movie takes 6 months to make, from beginning to end, and this one took 5 years.
You studied engineering for 4 years. What made you realize you had to stop and follow your dream?
I was a disaster at it, and I didn't have a passion for it. I thought I went into engineering because out of high school, you know, numbers were easy to me. I was good at math, so I said, well, why not engineering? And I realized that I was going to be very unhappy if I became an engineer, and that you have to try to work, that there's nothing better than working on something that makes you happy while you're working.
What are some of your favorite animated films?
I actually, more than the animated feature films, I like all the Bugs Bunny cartoons, on all that family, the Daffy Duck, Sylvester, Tweety, all that family. They were very sarcastic and mean. Yeah. You know.
They're really good.
Yes. So I always like those better than the Disney and sensibility.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed my interview with Juan. Check out Foosball 3D at the London Film Festival or when it comes to cinemas across the UK.
Wow, that was such a great interview from Tanvi, and I think that's a film we can all enjoy.
Tanvi forgot to ask Juan to explain the offside rule.
Oh, Tanvi, missed opportunity. But if you're inspired to watch more footballing movies, after the break we'll be looking at a couple you can order from the Film Club catalogue. First, though, do you want to win a fantastic prize?
Welcome to Transylvania TV. With me, your host, Count Kardashula. I'm going to take this out because it's ridiculous. I am going to tell you a story. So dark, so ghoulish, so gothic, that even the older kids will be shaking in their boots. Now, Igor, bring me the book.
Master.
Thank you. Well done, Igor. You can go now. Now, it was a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place perhaps you have seen in your dreams. For the story you are about to be told it's missing. The page is missing. Igor, what have you done? Well, it seems like I need your help to finish this Gothic tale. What I want you to do is to take the line from the start of the story that I told you and finish the story for me. You can take it wherever you wish, but there are just 3 rules. You can only use 1 location, 3 characters, and only 1 page maximum. Otherwise, Igor will eat it. Now, the winning story will be made into a movie here at the Film Club Towers, where you will also be able to win BFI Gothic Season Goodies too. Brilliant. More details will be found on the competition page. Now remember, Film Clubbers, stay fantastic.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
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 Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Cagifrulus iliumulabocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay, some mixed attempts there at saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I beat you, Ben. But right now, it's time for your geography test, Tatiana. Oh! Okay, in our next film, The Cup. This film was the first film produced in Bhutan that got an international release. Can you find Bhutan?
Ta-da!
Oh, look at that. Yep, it's right there. The Cup, which was made in Bhutan, actually takes place in India, so if you can get finding that. And it's all about a couple of football-mad refugees from Tibet. Can you find Tibet for me? Okay, and I think you've got a little fact about India.
Yeah, did you know India is 4,500 miles from the UK?
Which makes a great setting for a film. This very funny movie is about 2 trainee monks, and they are so desperate to watch the World Cup finals, they're just trying to rent a telly so they can do that.
The vast majority of fans who use football to bridge barriers of vocabulary and culture has been really beautiful to behold here. Without being too pious, it does give hope to a troubled world. Moriero, offside.
It's two. This door, mini izdiyorlar. Onun bol madrongen var, mir jujur var. Sizin onu mila offside doğru, offside outside.
Beautifully delivered pass. It's produced the corner.
It looks like we could learn the offside rule from that film, Tatiana, rather than from Tanvi. And another fact for you, football fans, the games featured in that film are from the 1998 World Cup in France, which I remember very well.
Next up, War Game, a short animation based on an award-winning children's novel. In Michael Forman's book, 4 English soldiers play football with German soldiers during the Christmas truce in World War I.
Well, someone had to show him. Look what you've done. Come on. Right, I'll be centre forward. Lacey, you go on the left. Freddie, should we be doing this? Look out! Gotcha! Right, you're in goal then, just like always. Well, Freddie! Hey!
Remembers we are but
War Game is a really moving film. You should definitely check it out. And you should also check out The Cup. And both of those can be ordered from our website, www.filmclub.org. Tatiana, Tatiana, where are you going?
Let's go find some movie stars.
Okay, I don't know where Tatiana's going, so I guess I'll have to chase her down before she rugby tackles Kate Winslet or someone. It's almost over for today, but you can join Film Club Live tomorrow with all the best from the BFI London Film Festival. See you tomorrow at 3:30.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to Transylvania TV. With me, your host, Count Kardashula. I'm going to take this out because it's ridiculous. I am going to tell you a story. So dark, so ghoulish, so gothic, that even the older kids will be shaking in their boots. Now, Igor, bring me the book.
Master.
Thank you. Well done, Igor. You can go now. Now, it was a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place perhaps you have seen in your dreams. For the story you are about to be told is... it's missing. The page is missing. Igor, what have you done? Well, it seems like I need your help to finish this Gothic tale. What I want you to do is to take the line from the start of the story that I told you and finish the story for me. You can take it wherever you wish, but there are just 3 rules. You can only use 1 location, 3 characters, and only 1 page maximum. Otherwise, Igor will eat it. Now, the winning story will be made into a movie here at the Film Club Towers, where you will also be able to win BFI Gothic Season Goodies too. Brilliant. More details will be found on the competition page. Now remember, Film Clubbers, stay fantastic.
I've learnt from film that the world is a really beautiful place. Like, I've seen things in films that I'll probably never get to see in my real life, in my lifetime. I just know that there's things like that out there, and if I wanted to go and see that, I could.
Son of Rambo?
Yes, Colonel?
This has been my best day of all time.